two silly mistakes that cost you and put you behind the sticks.
So now it's 2nd down and 20. Frakes back to throw near the end zone, and he throws it ahead. It's bobbled and then dropped by Jamani Jones. It was a dangerous pass. Frakes was near that goal line, and Jones almost made the catch. Good hit for Hawaii.
Yeah, Jones kind of snuck out. You see him at the right side of your screen there, and so he sees that he's in trouble, and he kind of sneaks out of the backfield, and then he just takes a pop right when that ball is landing there and just couldn't hold on.
That was Noah Kamana laying the hit, senior out of Honolulu, at safety for Hawaii. The Aggies only had to punt the ball once in the first half. This is 3rd and a bunch, 3rd and 20. Frakes underneath. Chris Bellamy his first catch. And Bellamy gets near the original line of scrimmage, picks up 9 yards. And Josh Carlson will have to come out and punt for the second time tonight.
You know, Coach ran off the field as fast as he could at halftime because I'm certain he was saying, look, we got still a lot of work to do in this half, and they're not just going to go away, and we have to play hard. This wasn't what he had in mind. Come out, 2 penalties, you get behind the 6, pushes you back. We managed to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and now you have to punt the ball away, 3 and out. Makes it tough.
Carlson had a big punt of 54 yards earlier. Gets this one away. Another good kick. Dior Scott backs up to the 25. He does not call for a fair catch. He breaks a couple of tackles. Finally, he's tripped up by Trevor Brohard on another really good punt. This one goes for 50 for Carlson, who's having a great career.
Well, talking about flipping the field, that's one way to do it right. It's like, okay, we couldn't get it done. Let's make sure we punt the ball as far as you can. That is a great punt right there.
Aggies starting a homestand tonight. They're going to host Florida International next week. FIU was pounded by Western Kentucky earlier today.
Oh, my goodness.
That score was 66-0 at one point. FIU rebuilding. Then the Aggies will have UNM and San Jose State. It's a very winnable homestand and a very winnable finish to the year.
I think that ended up 73-0 is what I saw.
Wow.
So that's crazy. But you got to take care of business here first, right? Worry about tomorrow. Right now, defense, dig your heels in. Let's see what we got.
Braden Shager started. He will stay in. We have not seen Joey Yellen yet, the second quarterback who had started the previous 3 games for Hawaii. Parson breaks a tackle. Parson past the 40. Taken down by Bryce Jackson after a pickup of 11.
Coach Drilling is still staying very committed to moving people around, so we have lots of linebackers blitzing. You can see they're all up on the line of scrimmage blitzing, which makes it easy to get to the second and third level. It's a good thing Bryce is back there, a sure tackler to help shut things down.
Shager swings it out, caught. Dedrick Parson taken down from behind by Trevor Brohard. Third catch for Parson. This one goes for 4.
One of the things I really like is the speed at which the Aggie defense is playing. So here it is. Here we're going to have a little dump out, little screen action here. And you just see a lot of people getting to the ball. You see 4 or 5 hats around the ball. That's what you have to play. You have to play fast and get to the ball and shut them down.
Running back now is Tylen Hines. Shager rolling a right, and he has to throw it into the Aggie bench area. Ran out of room. Was being chased by Sterling Webb on the Aggie D-line, a freshman from St. Louis.
Coach brings them all again. He's not afraid to dial up the blitzing. Let's just bring the house. I think Gabe Peterson was throwing up his arms like he got held there, or he could have got to the quarterback. But he brought the house, chased him out of the pocket, and he had to dump the ball to get it out of there and puts him in this 3rd and long position.
3rd and 6. As you can see, Hawaii has really struggled on 3rd down tonight and all year. Only 33% coming in. Deep back is Hines. 3 out wide. Hines will motion to the right of Shager. Hawaii needs the 49-yard line, and this pass goes into no man's land. Bryce Jackson was the only player on either team anywhere near the football.
I guess that's what you call not being on the same page, right? It's like, well, I thought you were going long, and based on the coverage, you may think you could beat the guy, and we're going to take him long for that pass, but he broke off the route and made it a short route, and no one was there.
Confusion there with Murray, Jordan Murray, the tight end, who has been used at wide receiver tonight. Matthew Shipley will punt again for Hawaii. Gets the punt away barely. Lawrence Dixon will handle. Lawrence Dixon on his feet. Changes directions. Gets a big block upfield from Pierce Humpick. Lawrence Dixon inside the 40. Best return all year for the Aggies.
One of the hardest thing to do is punt return, catching punt returns, and he did it and did a great job. And he just stayed in there. You have to catch the ball, and everyone is barreling down full blast, ready to light you up. And he had all intentions to run the whole time, not fair catching. He picks up a great block right there. Great call on that, Adam. And he breaks it to the left. Big return, sets us up into fantastic field position.
Hey, you want to play? You start on special teams.
Yeah.
If Pierce Humpick's a true freshman out of Louisville who just laid a huge block to get Dixon probably 20 or 30 additional yards.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You're absolutely right.
Return of 37 for Dixon after a punt of 33 from Shipley. Ball is officially at the 40. Watkins wrestled down. Tackle made by Colby Wyatt, the senior defensive lineman from San Diego.
He's just running that RPO, and he's trying to look at the numbers and see who's going to take the ball, who's going after Gavin, and who's going to release. He gives the ball in that case. We almost got to see Amonte's wheels on that.
Number 10, Colby Wyatt on the stop for the Lions. 2nd and 5.
Frakes will change the play call. Off to his left is Marsh. Stretches it out left for Star Thomas. And he pushes the pile for a couple more. He might be stopped for a couple. Well, he still finds a way to get 3 right there.
I thought he was
impressive.
I thought he was going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage and getting nothing out of there. He just puts his head down and he just keeps those legs going and gets a little aid from the offensive line there and puts him in a 3rd and short position. That's just a great play on 2nd right there by Starr.
Jerry Kill said last week, he said there might not be a hole for Thomas or Jones, but they have to punch their own hole. And Star Thomas continues to do that, and he does it again. First down for Thomas, down to the 26-yard line.
Star Thomas is really coming into his own right there. But again, look at the offensive line blocking right there. He gives him enough of a hole where he can get down in there, get his shoulder pads lower to the ground, and just push. And you got to get low if you're going to bring that boy down because he is running nice and fast and hard. And I think he's over 100 yards easy, right?
Yeah, he's officially at 120 right now. Star Thomas angling right, trying to hurdle a defender. He's about to leap in the air. Mekhi Pay right there to wrap him up.
So Coach Beck's staying with it. Whatever it is we have working, we're just going to keep going right there. So get a little counter action. You get someone pulling to come across there, create another hole opening for Star, and he just gets after it.
Down to the 18-yard line. 2nd down and 2. Thomas, the pistol back. Big running room right. Trying to bounce it to the edge. Spins. And he sidesteps out of bounds just shy of the 5-yard line. Another Aggie first down behind the running of the Homer, Louisiana native, Star Thomas.
Star Thomas is just a beast. He has a fantastic job running the ball. And here is the old, if you don't want to tackle me, stick an arm out, but I'm not going down. And it's going to take a lot more than that to bring me down.
So it's 1st and goal from the 7. Watkins running back left. Jones running back right. The handoff goes to Watkins, who had a rushing touchdown a week ago at Wisconsin. And he gets the Aggies even closer to the goal line, inside the 5, down to about the 3.5-yard line.
I think Amonte thought he could take that to the house, get it in the end zone there, and it's just kind of opened up quickly in there, and he just couldn't keep his feet underneath him. A lot of weapons in that running back corral, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just whoever's back there, here we go.
Jamani Jones went off. Watkins stays in. He's the pistol back. Tight end is Marsh, wing right. Franks will pull it, trying to find the pylon, and he's going to be up short. Might have been the first time tonight where he shouldn't have pulled it.
Yeah, that was a close one right there. So I'm certain that Hawaii at halftime was saying, okay, look, we're not going to let that go anymore. Someone has to spy the quarterback the whole time and not allow him to run the ball. He's not going to run it all over us. In that case, they were really on him.
3rd and goal from the 1. Here's Watkins, and he dives into the end zone. The second rushing touchdown in as many weeks for the transfer from TCU, Amante Watkins.
Again, I think it comes back to that offensive line. Tempo, you come back with the tempo, lots of tempo in there, create that little gap. Amante just sneaks in there and gets that TD.
Number 29, Money on the 50 extra point.
Point after is good from Brett Money. Watkins joins the party. Rushing touchdown of his own. It's all Aggies here tonight at Aggie Memorial.
New Mexico, your spirit remains. Cared for and raised with tradition. And now, taste the tradition. Choose New Mexico dairy products at your local farmer's market or grocer.
Are you ready to buy your next vehicle? And Nusenda Credit Union, we've got a loan that will fit your needs. Plus, we offer no payments for 90 days, and you can apply for your loan and sign your papers anywhere. Like anywhere! Simply visit nusenda.org. Or visit our new branch at 1715 East University Avenue to apply in minutes.
Nusenda Credit Union. That's the power of we in action.
Is now. The future is now. The future is now.
New Mexico, your spirit remains. Grown with tradition and harvested at the peak of freshness. And now, taste the tradition. Choose New Mexico products at your local farmer's market or grocer.
Tonight's presentation of Aggie football is brought to you by the New Mexico Beef Council, White Claw, the official hard seltzer of Aggie Athletics, Memorial Medical Center, Nusenda Credit Union, Lorenzo's Italian Restaurant, White Sands Federal Credit Union, and by Twisted Tea, the official hard tea of Aggie Athletics. Tonight's Ag Day game is presented by the New Mexico Department of Agriculture and New Mexico State University's College of Agricultural, Consumer, and Environmental Sciences. Also brought to you in part by the New Mexico Beef Council. Adam Young, Danny Nee, Andy Morgan back with you from Aggie Memorial Stadium here tonight. A couple of rushing touchdowns for Jamani Jones, one for Amante Watkins, one from Gavin Franks, and one from Star Thomas. So it's been a host of Aggies, Danny, getting involved here tonight.
I think every running back he has had in the game has scored a TD.
Yeah. Tim Gans had a couple of plays earlier and did not find the end zone, but also did not have a carry. So everybody who's touched the football has found the end zone for the Aggies for the most part here tonight. 42-10, Aggies looking for the first win in the Jerry Kill era. We're back after this.
To most people, the sky is the limit. For us, it's our starting point. In Las Cruces, you can research, engineer, manufacture, test, and launch. We have a strong economy, a talented workforce, research and development for innovation, interconnected sectors, and access to the first purpose-built commercial spaceport. We offer a prime location and ideal flying weather. Join world leaders like NASA, White Sands Missile Range, and Virgin Galactic. Come to Las Cruces, the place for space.
Experience the Ultimate Sports Hub, where you can find games, news, and highlights all in one place, right on your TV. The Xfinity Sports Zone. Use your voice to search every stat, standing, and score. Follow the teams you love, and even get notifications with breaking news alerts and more, so you'll never miss an update. With the Xfinity Sports Zone, everybody wins. Now that's simple, easy, awesome. Click, call, or visit a store for details.
At New Mexico State University Online, we're proud to put New Mexico professionals first. As a top-ranked, top-tier university, NMSU Online offers over 70 affordable programs in today's high-growth fields. You'll gain cutting-edge, in-demand career skills that you can apply in your field now and into the future. Experience innovative online education for New Mexico's oldest public university, NMSU Online. Get started today at nmsu.edu/go.
First-year head coach Timmy Chang and Hawaii trailing big on the road. 42-10 is our score. Beasley, Mitchell & Company certified public accountants are proud supporters of the Aggies. Bookkeeping, auditing, tax and estate planning, and more. Let the experts at Beasley, Mitchell & Company tackle your taxes. Third meeting in about 12 months between the Aggies and the Rainbow Warriors. And Andy, that's the uniqueness of this independent scheduling, isn't it?
Yeah, Adam, we mentioned it at the top of the broadcast and how it's been difficult for New Mexico State to schedule as an FBS independent. In case in point, your point, this is the third time these two teams have matched up in the last 2 years. Of course, Hawaii winning the first two matchups last year. New Mexico State looking to get a win here tonight, but scheduling going to get a lot easier for New Mexico State moving forward as a member of Conference USA. The league as a whole is going to look a little bit different with programs coming and going next year, but I can tell you this much. Director of Athletics Mario Mocha, head football coach, and Jerry Kill, they are very ecstatic to be part of a league again, a part of a conference for the first time since 2017 when they were members of the Sun Belt.
Thank you, Andy. All sideline reports brought to you by Memorial Medical Center. We just saw Jordan Johnson, freshman from Dallas, his first carry of the game. Here's Johnson again. There's a stable of running backs for the Rainbow Warriors as well. We've seen four now, with Johnson getting a couple of carries here in the third quarter, Danny.
Yeah, they're certainly not giving up, and I think they're just going to go back to the things that have been working for them. It's the run. You know, you're going to establish the run, then you go to the pass, go back to that first series they had where they just marched the ball down the field. And so that's just what they're all about right now in the third quarter.
Speaking of Conference USA, it's going to be a conference game of sorts for the Aggies next week when they play future Conference USA foe Florida International, a program that was blown out earlier today. Carry from Parsons, stop made by Miami, Ohio transfer Mekhi Miller.
I see coaches kind of moving some of the secondary around, and we're starting to get more people back there, some experience, and so I like to see that. So get more and more people there, and that's what Coach Drilling really likes, is having twos push the ones. That's what he was telling me about when we talked.
J.J. Derville, one of those twos, is also in the game now in the secondary. And the pass is dropped. That was Jordan Murray once again. His passing game has really struggled for the Rainbow Warriors. Shager is now 10 for 21.
Yeah, there's a couple drops in there. We've been there. We've had a couple of tips and drops. So we understand what happens there, and they got a down Rainbow Warriors.
Officials timeout for an injured player.
This is a really experienced Hawaii offensive line. That is Micah Vanterpool down, making his 21st career starts. And we're back to Aggie Memorial after these messages.
I've got that blue sky. Got that sunshine.
Being local should mean something. It's about the place we call home, the generations of people that count on us. White Sands Federal Credit Union has been here a long time. So when we say we're your local credit union, we mean it. We live here, our kids go to school here, and we give back to the community, not just with money, but with our time. We are your local credit union, and we're proud to be White Sands Federal Credit Union.
I've got that sunshine.
Hawaii is 10-0 all-time against NM State. The Aggies trying to change that here tonight and get their first ever win against the Rainbow Warriors. West Star is a proud supporter of Aggie Athletics. Find them online at weststarbank.com. And it's that exciting time of the year with lots of big games to enjoy. It's also the time of the year when drunk driving crashes and fatalities increase. You can end DWI by designating a driver or arrange a safe ride home for someone who needs it. Stay in the game and designate a driver. Together, we can end DWI. Big 3rd down and 4. Rainbow Warriors need the 46. Flag comes in. Dedrick Parson was telling the offensive line something there.
False start. Offense, number 4. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
And that leads to a false start from the wide receiver, Jalen Walthall. Parson was talking to the offensive line after motioning towards him. And that's a game changer right there. Shager hit as he throws, and he completes it. Caleb Phillips once again. His 4th catch in the first half plus.
Well, that's a great throw and a catch right there, especially when someone's in his face. So you see the stunts up front. Everyone's coming around from a different angle. He gets stuck pretty good, but Caleb he gets rid of the ball, and Caleb makes a great catch across the middle there. And that's just a great job of advancing the football.
Phillips has been the best target for Shager. He came in with only 3 catches for 30 yards in the first 4 games. No touchdown catches this year. Parson nowhere to go. He's wrapped up immediately by Ojo, and Brohart's there to finish him off. A couple of experienced linebackers for DC Nate Dreiling.
Not a lot happening up front there. They're going to still stick with that run to try to set up the pass, but Chris has just been all over the field. I think he's leading the Aggies in tackles. He's just playing a heck of a game out there.
Ojo, of course, entered the transfer portal during the coaching change and then came out wanting to play for Jerry Kill, and I know the Aggies are happy to still have him. Throw across the middle. Jordan Murray escapes an initial tackle. Gets a couple extra yards after the catch, and J.J. Derville is there in the secondary to meet him after a gain of 10.
And the secondary piece of that, I think Coach is moving people in and out, giving a lot of folks some time. I like that because what happens is that when you work really hard at practice, you want to be rewarded for some of the things. So sometimes when you get up like you are and it's 42-10, it's not a giveaway, right? So it's still an important part of the game, but put the players in there, let them get them some good experience.
Run pass option for Shager. Whistles a pass. Good throw. And the catch is made by Dior Scott, senior out of Antioch, California. Maybe the best throw all game so far for Shager.
I think Braden stood back there in that pocket, and he had lots of time. And with that time, he gets set up, and now you can see his arm right there. It's a Highland Park, Dallas area quarterback, and that was just a nice throw right there.
Pass and catch 14.
False start. Offense, number 4. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
That is 2 false start penalties on the wide receiver, Jalen Walthall, all during this current series. Both teams pretty clean in the first half penalty-wise. Not as clean here in half 2. A lot more whistles, a lot more flags in this half. Approaching 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Aggies ahead by 32. Shager skips it to his wide receiver. Aggies with heavy pressure, forcing Shager into a low throw.
I think Coach is sticking with the confuse them up front. We're going to do some stunts. We're going to do some blitzing. That time it was Trevor. Trevor is a guy that you make sure you want to block, because if you don't block Trevor, Number 80 right there as it is. You can see him come right through there. Even if he has to put his arm down, he's enough of a great athlete that he can get up there and really cause a lot of havoc, and which is what he did. Broke that play up.
2nd down and 15. A field goal right now doesn't do you a whole lot of good. Down 32. Tons of time to throw underneath to Dior Scott. Good tackle in the open field by Mekhi Miller. Has been used a lot here in the 3rd quarter defensively.
You see lots of time this time. He cuts an under route and just a little pitch and try to get as many positive yards as possible and still puts you in a 3rd and long position.
Scott only got 4, so it's 3rd and 11. Line to gain is the 12. Shager looks right, throws right. Dior Scott again. But he is well short of a first down. Well, slant route, they needed 11. They only get half of that. And now you have to go for it, right, Dana?
Yeah, I think so. You got to stand up there because you need points, and you need a lot of points, so you might as well go for it at 4th. I like the defense. I like the defense when they're all up on the line of scrimmage, and you don't know who's coming, who's dropping into coverage, and it really creates a lot of chaos back there.
Hawaii 0 for 1 tonight on 4th down, 2 for 11 for the year. Shager rolling right. He lobs it. He has a man, and it's caught for a touchdown. It's Jalen Walthall, who had the 2 penalties during the drive, and he hauls in his first touchdown catch this year.
I think there was broken coverage in there, and I think we had 2 Aggies that weren't on the same page in terms of who was going to cover them. And when you have someone that just breaks open as much as he did, it's easy just to throw the ball to him and get him in the end zone.
Good touch there by Shager. That is the first touchdown pass by a Rainbow Warrior quarterback all year. It comes in the 5th game. Point after from Shipley, who handles the punts, the field goals, and the extra points. So that is a big play for Hawaii to keep them in the game. You don't convert that, Danny, and give the ball back to the Aggies. It's probably over here late in the 3rd.
Yeah, and even with 7 as a minute 46, there's still some time, but you have to hurry in a lot. I mean, it's tick, tick, tick. You got to get going.
16-yard touchdown catch by Walthall. 12 plays, 75 yards, 516.
And you can see it crossing right at the bottom of the screen. You see him kind of crossing crossing the middle of the field, and both Aggie defenders just kind of pulled off, thinking, I'm not sure who has him, which made it easy.
Aggies with 5 rushing touchdowns here tonight. It's the first time they've had 4 or more rushing touchdowns in a game since 2019 when they ran for 4 at UNM on September 21st of 2019 in a game that was a shootout in Albuquerque. Lobos are in town in a couple weeks. Aggies enjoying a 4-game homestand now. They're going to be home for a month after being on the road for about a month. Jonathan Brady will watch it sail over his head. The Aggies will have it at the 25. If you had to grade Gavin Frakes here tonight, Danny, is it an A for the true freshman?
I think it is. I think he's handled all of the adversity from the first 4 games of trading in and out at quarterback, not getting a consistent reps. But he steps in here, he reads the ball, he keeps it, he runs it, he throws it. He's just done a really fabulous job. I'm certain coach is going to find things to improve on, but I think it's an A. I think he's really marshaled the troops down the field and put 42 points on the board.
The Aggies have had 3+ turnovers in 3 of the 4 games this year. Here today they have none. Hawaii also has none. They fake it to Tim Gans. Frakes unloads. He has a man, but he underthrew it. He had Justice Powers, and he underthrew it. Verdell Edwards, his 2nd interception this year, the 6th pick this year for the Rainbow Warriors.
And that's tough right there. He did have it. He could see it. Little play action. He drops back. Powers gets behind, but he just doesn't put enough on it, and it just kind of falls short and throws a pick. So that's a tough one. Maybe that's on you, Adam, because you're the one that says, hey, how do we grade him? He's done great. Hasn't turned the ball over. And oh, man.
That's always a dangerous time to talk about that and also talk about turnovers, because that is the first turnover of the game on either team. So now the Aggie defense right back out there. Quick break. And now they will have to buckle down again. Braden Shager a whole lot more comfortable now here in this half. Quick dump off to Dedrick Parson. Brohard and BJ Schoolark there to meet him.
You know, it's still important that you complete the game, that you don't just get to this point and just decide, hey, you know what, we're just going to kind of slow down and not worry about it. And they're not. Their effort is one of the things that I think the coaches really harp on every single day.
And Shager can't connect there with Dior Scott, who's belted as he was trying to reach out and make the catch. It's always dangerous when you come across the middle like that, and J.J. Derville was the man who laid the hits.
Coming across the middle, the ball up high, and here's what happens. It exposes the ribs, and he knows it, and his hands come down quicker than they should, and you still take a pop, but yeah, if you complete that catch and you keep going all the way through, you're going to take one right to the ribs.
Most importantly, Derville avoids targeting in the process. 3rd and 4 for Hawaii. They pull it again, and it's incomplete. Malachi McLean, who's had a really good night, his best as an Aggie, and he breaks up that pass.
Malachi was all over him. There was nothing there. I mean, great defense, and just stuck his hand in there and broke it up. He wasn't tricked one bit. Let's take a look here. Quick pop out there, looking for that easy 3 yards for that first down, and he's all over it.
Hawaii will have to go for it again. Remember, they had a touchdown moments ago on a 4th down and 4. This is a 4th down and 4. They need the 48. Throw is caught. James Phillips gets the first down near midfield. So now the Rainbow Warriors have converted on back-to-back 4th down plays. This pass and catch goes for 7.
Yeah, Braden saw there was the only guy open was him crossing outside there to just a quick, he's open, get the ball to him as fast as possible, get that first down.
Hawaii staying alive in this game with 4th down conversions. 42-17. Final 30 seconds here in the 3rd quarter. The Aggies led big at halftime. It's been 7-7 for the two teams here in the 3rd. So even here in the 3rd quarter after the Aggies built a 35-10 lead at halftime. And it looks like Hawaii will not snap the football before the end of the 3rd quarter. So we head to the 4th. The Aggies looking to hang on for the first win.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
In the Cherry Kill era. In a whole lot different of a situation than the previous 4 games. 42-17 Aggies trying to hang on as we go to the 4th.
New Mexico, your spirit remains. Cared for and raised with tradition. And now, taste the tradition. Choose New Mexico beef at your local farmer's market or grocer.
Welcome to the Borderplex region of El Paso, Ciudad Juarez, and Las Cruces. And the future of economic development here is dynamic and wide open. The region is vibrant, electric, and it's changing shape every day. Here in the Borderplex, where academia meets industry, our universities and top global companies are working to cultivate a highly skilled talent pipeline. Join us by expanding or relocating your business to the Borderplex region by visiting borderplexalliance.org today. 3 cities, 1 region, 1 shared vision.
I had a lot of bad hip pain and I was on a cane. I mean, 1.5 years, I could barely walk. People are seeing me with a walker. Next time they're seeing me flying down the street. What a radical difference. So I've had a very good turnaround. Along with your surgeon, you need to feel comfortable with your hospital. And that's where you want to be. You want to be at Memorial. I was completely in a place of comfort. They know what they're doing. They know each other. They're right there. They're right on it. And that's the memorial difference.
In 1936, New Senda Credit Union was founded with the simple idea of people helping people. Today, we're proud to be the largest credit union in New Mexico. And now we are excited to be opening our doors at our new branch located at 1715 East University. When you become a member at New Senda Credit Union, you're joining a financial institution that is dedicated to improving your financial well-being and supporting Las Cruces and southern New Mexico. That's the power of we in action.
New Mexico, your spirit remains. Grown with tradition and harvested at the peak of freshness. And now, taste the tradition. Choose New Mexico products at your local farmer's market or grocer.
It's Ag Day here at Aggie Memorial Stadium. Aggies put on a first half show. Now they're trying to hang on in half two and get that man his first win as the Aggie head coach. He's the 8th active winningest head coach in FPS football, joined by the names like Nick Saban and so many others. So quite the career for Jerry Kill, and he's the fix-it guy, and he's trying to help this program rebuild. Bosque Brewing Company is a proud supporter of Aggie Athletics with 2 locations in Las Cruces and additional locations in Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Bosque Brewing is the home of Pistol Pete's 1888 Ale. Drink one to the Aggies. Also home now to the 1888 Cranberry Seltzer. There's Aggie Tequila, there's Aggie Beer, there's Aggie Water, there's Aggie Salsa, there's Aggie pretty much everything now, Danny. You can host a party with Aggie stuff. Braden Shager back to work to start the fourth quarter. Hit as he throws, and he overthrows Walthall. Hand-fighting going on between 2 number 4s there, Schulark and Walthall, and Shager's looked a lot better in this half, hasn't he?
He certainly has. Even with the pressure coming, he's stayed in the pocket, and he's had some great throws. That last pass, there was pressure. He took a lot of pressure, took a little pop, but he still stayed in there and threw a good ball.
3rd and 7, likely 4-down territory again for Hawaii. They've gone for it on 4th down a bunch, 3 times in the game, 2 for 3. But first, a 3rd down and 7. They've had to throw the ball a lot more in this half because of the score. They're going to run it here. They catch the Aggies off guard. And true freshman Jordan Johnson runs for the first down all the way down to the 35-yard line. Gets 12 yards.
I think that's where you catch the Aggies back looking for the pass, and you're playing pass. You're a little bit softer, and so they come back and just hand the ball off on a little quick handoff, get to the outside, and pick up that first down yardage.
Johnson out of Allen High School in Texas from Dallas. Shager has to roll and fire downfield, almost caught. Getting his hands on it down there was Dior Scott. If it's a better throw, it's a touchdown again for Hawaii.
Yeah, that looks like a situation where we're playing, we had deep coverage, and we're playing playing to the right side. There's a receiver off to the right side of the screen. You can't see it, and we had to peel off. Selden had to peel off and try to get to the middle of the field, but he was late. But I think you're right. If that was an on-time throw, that was a touchdown. I think we got really out of position.
34 passing attempts now for Shager. Sophomore from Dallas. He's 18 of 34. Quick pass and catch here with Phillips, his main target. Team high 5th catch for the tight end from Encinitas, California. Third and short for Hawaii. 4 for 12 on 3rd down, 2 for 3 on 4th down. 332 of total offense for Hawaii. 184 through the air for Shager. Parson on the carry. And he doesn't get much. Maybe a yard. Maybe. 4th down and short either way.
Yeah, Chris Ojo is playing. He's playing a really solid game up front there. He's the one making the tackle here. He's probably got more than 10 tackles. Last time I looked, he had 10 tackles, a sack, a tackle for a loss. But he's everywhere. He's fast. He plays hard. He hits hard, and he wraps up.
Aggies trying to run Keyshawn Elliott on the field quickly, and he finally gets out there. Hawaii trying to make it 3 for 3. They've converted on 4th down each of the previous 2 tries. Shager keeps on backing up, has loads of time. Now the pocket collapses. Hit as he throws, and he completes the pass. What a throw. Phillips again on the reception.
It's tough to stay with receivers like we talked about earlier on, but you have to do it. And we have a scrambling quarterback. He gets to him. Braden gets back in the pocket, and he's scrambling around in the pocket. Has enough presence to get the ball out, even though they're at his legs. That's just a great catch right there. And Miller had to come screaming in to make that before he stampered into the end zone.
Aggies once again trying to get new personnel on the field. Andre Selden came in at nickelback. It was the heavier package previously with Keyshawn Elliott in. Give is to Parson. He drags a couple of Aggies inside the 10-yard line down to the 7. 4-yard pickup for Parson on the first down run. Clock continues to move as we hit 12 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Aggies led 35-10 at the break. It's been even so far in half 2. Probably something Jerry Kill will not be very happy about if the Aggies hang on here. Tylen Hines, the running back. Hines running left, nowhere to go. Danny, it was Chris Ojo again, and Cyrus Dumas was there to finish him off.
Yeah, Chris has played a great game. He's been all over the field, and he's a fast player we talked about. So we're just going to give the ball. We're going to kind of stretch the field, try to get to the edge, and try to move up. But there's no edge to be had when Chris is in the backfield. It just evaporates. But, you know, they've hung in there at him. They've played really good ball this second half. They just got behind the score.
Game high 13 tackles now for the senior from Sunland, California, Chris Ojo. 3rd and 11 from the 12. Shager has a man, and this one is dropped. The first drop for Phillips. He's made some circus catches, and he couldn't snatch that one.
You think he peeked a little bit around the corner to say, I think I can take this one to the house or somewhere there? I think he knows it, too. He was open. I don't know if he was going to get much more than that, but it was good to get the ball out right away. He's the open receiver. Aggie's coming up fast and hard on him, but he just couldn't hang on.
So 4th and 11. And this time Hawaii changes their mind and they will kick. So they will try to make this a 22-point game. 29-yarder from Shipley. And it's good. So he's connected twice now. And the decision-making changed there for Hawaii. They had gone forward on fourth down a bunch of times, Danny, but this time they choose to kick the field goal.
Well, try to get points on the board, stay in the game, 22. I know that there's still 10 minutes left, and if you go back and look at, they got a quick turnover, and with that turnover, they're able to put points on the board, so maybe they're thinking, fine, if we can get another turnover or something else happens, we'll just collect these points as this fourth quarter goes on, and then we'll see where that takes us. But they went for a lot of fourth downs, and they got them.
We just saw Timmy Chang talking to his quarterback, Braden Shager. He has a really, really good head coach to learn from. Shager, that is. Timmy Chang, legendary quarterback as a player at Hawaii. First season for him as the head coach after being hired in late January. He was a 4-year starter and a record-setting quarterback at Hawaii in the early 2000s. At the time, he had the NCAA record for all-time passing yards and total offense. So a very impressive career. Program record 29 career wins at quarterback. And his Rainbow Warriors in danger of falling to 1-4 here.
You know, in the second half here, I think looks like Hawaii is 3 for 4 with fourth downs. I think that kept them alive.
Jerry Kill calls a timeout.
New Mexico State has called their first timeout of the half.
The reason being
30-second timeout.
They feared an onside kick there. Tyler Wright's the special teams coordinator. He was right next to Jerry, and they had to use a timeout just in case Hawaii was trying for an onside kick.
I think that's a great timeout right there. Get your hands team out there.
Well, the Aggies are looking for their first ever win against Hawaii. This has been an all-time series that dates back to 1979. They are scheduled to meet again next year in September. We'll see if that holds up because the Aggies have to do some rescheduling now with the move to Conference USA. But they met back in 2011, and it was a shootout. A Hawaii win, 45-34. This game was played in Honolulu. Here you see Kenny Turner, a 46-yard touchdown run. He ran for 119 in the game. Matt Christian had a big game as well. Christian threw for 224, 2 touchdowns for the Aggies. And Hawaii beat the Aggies 45-34 in that game. And this is the 11th all-time meeting. The Aggies have never beat the Rainbow Warriors. And the Aggies recover the kick. So you need to get the hands team out there, Danny. And that's Chris Ojo wearing 86. So he can't wear 3 because the Aggies had a different 3 on special teams in that scenario. So he had to wear a different jersey, and he's doing it all tonight.
That's a hard one to be on hands team because the other team is coming to just take your head off. So you have to be sure-handed and know that you can take care of the football. He stepped up there and had complete confidence, went after the ball, didn't wait for it to go 10 yards. It's like I can go get it and down it right away. It's a heck of a game.
Heck of a story, too, for Chris Ojo. He was not born in America. He was born in Nigeria, moved to America at an early age. There's Tim Gans with his first run tonight. He's been in the game a bunch, but his first carry. Aggies liked what they saw from Gans a week ago against Wisconsin, and despite the score, he really earned himself some more playing time, Danny.
Well, he had 9 carries, but he had 38 yards, and against a very stubborn Wisconsin defense, and it didn't matter if it's 1, 2, 3s, whatever's going in there, you're playing against a very good team, and so that's complete confidence when you can give them the ball that many times.
Gans is the deep back here. Right back to him. Tim Gans, hard running. He's not a big guy, but he's physical. He's listed 5'10", 195. He's out of Missouri City, Texas. And Tim Gans runs for a first down.
Adam, I was thinking the same thing. A hard runner because he went in there, stuck his foot on the ground, turned it upfield, and tried to get as many positive yards and just hard running.
The Aggies have run for 300+. They've only thrown for 81 yards, but Gavin Frakes has only made 1 mistake with the 1 interception. Tim Gans again falls forward before he's tackled by Noah Kemma, the linebacker.
Aggie's got everyone up. Hawaii's got everyone up on the line of scrimmage. They know we're going to run the ball, use the clock, so they're going to try to force our hand and try to not just give them any big plays out there. A little stretch play, but with as many people that were in the box, there was just nothing going to happen there.
No gain on the previous play. 2nd down and 10. And it's still Tim Gans. A lot of running room for Gans. Inside the 20. Trying to cut it back. He does so inside the 10. 1st and goal for the Aggies behind the running from Tim Gans.
Tim Gans feels he gets into the hole, and once you're into the hole, you have to look for the green out there and see where the open field is. Watch him get into the hole. First of all, great job up front by the line. He gets up into the hole, sees it to the left, and breaks to the left and just gets as many yards as possible, then takes care of the football, 2 hands. Like to see that.
1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Gans the running back. It was Childress in motion, and we get a flag.
False start. Offense, number 56. 5-yard penalty. First down.
On a night where the offensive line has been really good as a whole, that's on Kanan Yarrow, the center, transfer from FCS Southern Utah. The Aggie coaching staff really, really high on that young man. So 1st and goal from the 14. Eric Marsh in motion. Tim Gans slips initially and goes nowhere. Met by defensive end Matayo Soli, the transfer from Arkansas.
Lots of people getting lots of reps. Like to see that. That kind of gets back to, you work hard, you're going to see the field. And earlier you said, you get out there and whether it's going to be special teams or what part of the game that you get in, you do something good. That means your playing time just gets increased. So anyone that touches the ball that's getting extra blocks, they're going all out because they want to get more time on the field.
Pistol back, Jamani Jones. Frakes will pull it. Frakes will dance inside the 10-yard line. He's down to the 9. He gets a handful, and now it's going to be 3rd and goal for Gavin Frakes in the Aggies.
New Mexico State number 9 must come out for a play. Lost his helmet. 3rd down.
So here comes Diego Pavia because Frakes has to sit out a play. And Pavia is the man who started 3 of the 4 games this year. So now in every single game this year, the Aggies have used at least 2 quarterbacks. And this is a big juncture here for Pavia. We'll see if he can help the Aggies punch it in. Motions Powers, fakes it to Justice Powers. Looking to throw, he lobs it towards the end zone. Good touch. And it's incomplete, broken up. Eric Marsh was there. Mekhi Pay in coverage.
Did he get a hand in there? I couldn't really tell. That was a great job. So you're Diego, you're cold, you're coming in cold, play action. They're thinking certainly you're not going to let him throw the ball when he just comes off. Ooh. Oh, that's 6, Adam.
That's got to be caught.
That's hard on Diego because he comes in, throws a beautiful ball, and right in the hands. That's got to be caught. What a great job.
Yeah.
You're cold. It's like, no, you're in. And by the way, you're going to throw the ball. Great confidence to be able to go in and do it.
26-yard field goal try, the first collegiate field goal try for Brett Money. And he kicks it through. The redshirt freshman from nearby Alamogordo knocks in his first collegiate field goal try and extends the Aggie advantage. Under 7 left in quarter 4.
To most people, the sky is the limit. For us, it's our starting point. In Las Cruces, you can research, engineer, manufacture, test, and launch. We have a strong economy, a talented workforce, research and development for innovation, interconnected sectors, and access to the first purpose-built commercial spaceport. We offer a prime location and ideal flying weather. Join world leaders like NASA, White Sands Missile Range, and Virgin Galactic. Come to Las Cruces, the place for space.
The future is now.
Experience the ultimate sports hub, where you can find games, news, and highlights all in one place, right on your TV. The Xfinity Sports Zone. Use your voice to search every stat, standing, and score. Follow the teams you love, and even get notifications with breaking news alerts and more, so you'll never miss an update. With the Xfinity Sports Zone, everybody wins. Now that's simple, easy, awesome. Click, call, or visit a store for details.
Adam Young, Danny Nee, Andy Morgan back with you. All Aggies ahead 45-20. We've seen a lot of Eric Marsh at tight end here in half 2, and Andy knows a little bit more on J.J. Jones, who's currently in street clothes. Correct, Andy?
As a reception in this game, we're talking about J.J. Jones, tight end, a graduate transfer out of Dartmouth. Came out of the locker room at the halftime. He was in crutches, had his ankle heavily taped. I'm told he is out for the remainder of this game, so a little bit of a blow there at tight end.
Absolutely. Thank you, Andy. All sideline reports are brought to you by Memorial Medical Center. And Danny, he's a valuable player on the field. He's also a team leader off the field. So Aggies, for the most part, have been pretty healthy the previous 4 games, and hopefully J.J. Jones is okay going forward, but unavailable the rest of the way today.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Eric Marsh used a lot more, probably because of that. Trevor Stevens is a young freshman tight end from Lubbock who could see some more action because of that. Here's Carson Zillmer to kick off. Brett Money had been handling the kickoffs, but he had a kickoff earlier go out of bounds before it reached the goal line. So Zillmer will kick off. Jerry Kill's trying a lot right now, a kicker, with Ethan Albertson struggling, Brett Money kicking field goals, and now Carson Zillmer kicking off, at least for now.
Adam, it's amazing if you look at the roster and look at how many people are getting in the game at different positions. It's really a point where coaches are saying, okay, we have this lead now. Let's start moving people around. Let's see what we got as we're building into this back half of the schedule.
Danny, I'll say this. If you want to search for a positive in the previous drive, of course you wanted 7, but you got a chance to get Brett Money a field goal in a game. I think that's huge going into next week. The fact that he got a kick in a game, and it was a shorter field goal of 26, so now his feet are wet a little bit in a collegiate football game. If you want to look for a minor positive there, of course you wanted 7, but Brett Money got some work in. Chris Ocho once again on the tackle. He's nearing 15 now.
Let's just watch Chris. He's in the middle there. As you see him just go sidelines to sidelines, he's not picked up. A lineman doesn't come out to get him. And at some point, he sees the ball, and he just goes downhill and gets it. It's just a great job right there. Big numbers today for Chris.
Well, trickery here for Hawaii. Shager can throw this. He will. Downfield, the Aggies read it pretty well, but it is dropped in perfectly by Shager, hooking up again with his big tight end, Caleb Phillips. Wow.
That's amazing right there. So pressure in the backfield, and it's a heck of a long throw that he's got to get the ball out there. And D'Urville's on him. And so there it is right there. Reverse, going to get it back to Braden. He's going to throw the ball, launch it out there. And Braden's got decent coverage, but that's just a great ball. It's a fade that he just pulls it down.
Empty backfield for Shager here. Rifles a pass, caught again. Caleb Phillips again. He now has 8 catches, a career day for the senior from Encinitas, California, a transfer from Stanford.
You know, they're picking up big chunks here too, so get the ball down the field 20 or 30 at a time. That makes it tough. Aggies are playing a little bit softer in the back end, so that allows some of those passes in there because you don't want to give up an easy TD, so you're putting up big pressure up front, and you got the defensive backs a little bit and linebackers a little bit soft, and you're giving them up the little in the middle.
The previous connection went for 16. Jordan Johnson can't go anywhere. Devlin Kirkland comes up and makes the tackle from his strong safety position. And Johnson's in a lot of pain.
Officials time off, injured player.
That's Jordan Johnson, the young running back, who's had 4 carries now today. Out of Dallas Allen High School, and we'll come back to Aggie Memorial Stadium after this timeout.
New Mexico, your spirit remains. Cared for and raised with tradition. And now, taste the tradition. Choose New Mexico dairy products at your local farmer's market or grocer.
The drive to better myself has been there since I started playing sports. Being competitive is me. That's within me. And when you're at the gym 6 days a week, obviously you're going to have setbacks. The ultrasound showed it was a hernia. The team at Memorial always assured me that I was going to receive the highest level of care. Before I knew it, I was back on my 2 feet. Thanks to the team at Memorial, I had no complications and a fast recovery. That's the Memorial difference.
Mexico, your spirit remains. Grown with tradition and harvested at the peak of freshness. And now, taste the tradition. Choose New Mexico products at your local farmer's market or grocer.
Jordan Johnson, freshman running back out of Dallas for Hawaii, is still down on the field. Timmy Chang, the head coach for the Rainbow Warriors, walks over to Aggie head coach Jerry Kill and fills him in on what's going on. Kind of an awkward landing for Johnson. Initially, he was holding his ankle right when he went down. Tackle was made by Devlin Kirkland. There's a look at Timmy Chang, the first-year head coach. Hawaii native. Played his high school ball at the prestigious St. Louis school where Tua Tagovailoa, Marcus Mariota played. Ooh. So it looked like Johnson's leg was kind of twisted around, and he goes off with the help of the training staff and his teammates. He's run it well here tonight for Hawaii. 4 carries for 23 yards unofficially for Johnson. And play will resume after he goes off. And now Dedrick Parson, their main running back, 13 carries, 68 yards and a score. He's back in. Just over 5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Aggies leading big, looking for their first win this year, and there was movement up front.
Offside, defense number 25 in the neutral zone caused a reaction from the offensive player. 5-yard penalty, second down.
That's our nose guard, Lama Levea. Danny, it is very important for the Aggies to finish this one strong and without penalties and miscues.
Yeah, certainly there's going to be things to clean up, and you don't want to just finish sloppy because it just shows that you become complacent, and I don't think that's Jerry Kill football.
Shager back to throw again. It's been a busy day for him throwing the football. And he eventually just tucks it, had nobody to go to. Tell you what, too, the Aggies have used a lot of bodies, especially defensively. Malachi McLean's in there right now, J.J. Derville, Devlin Kirkland, Lama Levea, Noah Arinze, and Mekhi Miller just came in. Those are twos. Those are not starters. So they're going deep in their bench.
Yep, and that's what Coach Drilling was talking about when I spoke to him. I said, well, if there's one thing you have to try to improve on, what would that be? And he said, making the twos push the ones so they become better, so no one has become complacent and just lackadaisical. That was an interesting response.
Shager on 3rd down and 10. He escapes. He's going to tuck it and run. Running horizontally, he slides. Ball popped loose. And I think he slid a couple yards short. He probably could have had the first down, but he went horizontally and he slid short of the first down.
The runner was down prior to the ball coming loose. Timeout for an injured player.
Scrambling, no one there. Everyone's covered, so great coverage. And now he's just going to break out and see what he has. I think he did. Slide short. Adam?
Now, you don't want to take a hit if you're the quarterback, but I think he would have had the first down if he just keeps on running forward and he started moving to his left horizontally. And he's 3 yards short as it sits right now. The injured player was the center, Iliki Tanuvasa, team captain, so he goes off. The new center, it looks like, is going to be Stefan Bernal-Wentz. Check that. It's going to be Sergio Muisau at center now, and Bernal-Wentz stays at left guard. And a timeout is called by the Aggies defensively.
New Mexico State has called their first hard time out of the second half. Full timeout.
11th all-time meeting between the Aggies and the Rainbow Warriors. Aggies looking for their first ever win against Hawaii.
The most most people, the sky is the limit. For us, it's our starting point. In Las Cruces, you can research, engineer, manufacture, test, and launch. We have a strong economy, a talented workforce, research and development for innovation, interconnected sectors, and access to the first purpose-built commercial spaceport. We offer a prime location and ideal flying weather. Join world leaders like NASA, White Sands Missile Range, and Virgin Galactic. Come to Las Cruces, the place for space.
Experience the ultimate sports hub, where you can find games, news, and highlights all in one place, right on your TV. The Xfinity Sports Zone. Use your voice to search every stat, standing, and score. Follow the teams you love, and even get notifications with breaking news alerts and more, so you'll never miss an update. With the Xfinity Sports Zone, everybody wins. Now that's simple, easy, awesome. Click, call, or visit a store for details.
At New Mexico State University Online, we're proud to put New Mexico professionals first. As a top-ranked, top-tier university, NMSU Online offers over 70 affordable programs in today's high-growth fields. You'll gain cutting-edge, in-demand career skills that you can apply in your field now and into the future. Experience innovative online education from New Mexico's oldest public university, NMSU Online. Get started today at nmsu.edu/go.
Tonight from Aggie Memorial Stadium, and the Ag Day game is presented by the New Mexico Department of Agriculture and New Mexico State University's College of Agricultural, Consumer, and Environmental Sciences. Also brought to you in part by the New Mexico Beef Council. Nate Dreiling's defense holding Hawaii to 20 points so far today. Danny, they've only allowed 37 per game this year, and I say only because those are the best numbers since the bowl year of 2017. So we've seen clear improvement the first 5 weeks.
Yeah, certainly he's got good numbers, and it's just a whole new defense he had to install, and it's really, he's done a great job.
4th and 3, Hawaii needs the 12. They air it out towards the end zone. Good coverage. B.J. Schoolark, and then a late flag comes in. Schoolark defending Murray. Flag comes in. It will be pass interference on Schoolark.
Pass interference, defense, number 4. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line, automatic first down.
It's still tough, Adam. When you get 6'5" up against 5'11", it makes it hard. So even if you're in good position, you get tangled sometimes, but he's there. He's just got to make a play without trying to hang on him a bit.
So instead of turnover on downs, the ball is placed at the 2, and it's first and goal from the 2. Dedrick Parson already has 1 rushing touchdown today. Came early on to give them a 7-0 lead. Shager rolls and throws, incomplete, looking for Dior Scott. That was Derville in coverage there. And there is a flag down, it looks like.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 4. The ball will half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
That's a tough one right there.
That's 2 straight penalties now on Schoolark. Cornerback out of Temple, Texas, only played in 4 games a year ago. So now he's going to head off. Cyrus Dumas returns for Schoolark. Ball is at the half-yard line. Parson is stuffed.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Look at the push from that defensive line. Oh, my goodness.
Danny, that was big. Devin Bell, 6'5", 295, redshirt junior out of Meeksville, Alabama, laying the lumber on Dedrick Parson.
He just penetrated in there, just pushed everything back, beat the block, and stood in the hole and said, what are you going to do? You have to run around me, and it's not going to happen.
And the clock's moving, under 3 left. Pistol back Parson, trying to fall forward, and he's short again. Cyrus Dumas was the man who had the initial contact, and he's saying, not in my house here.
comes around from the side there, wasn't blocked, and had to hurry and pull those legs and keep him short. You had to get both legs pulled in, otherwise you're just going to carry him into the end zone.
And these are precious seconds ticking off the clock for Hawaii.
There it is, Trevor on one side, and then you have Cyrus on the other side.
3rd and goal from the 1. Clock still moving, almost 2 left. Wow, and now Hawaii will use a timeout. They wasted about 20 seconds.
Hawaii called their first charge timeout of the half. 30-second timeout. Timer, please reset the game clock to 2:10, 2:10. Thank you.
They could have had a timeout about 20 seconds ago and not used all that clock. This, of course, is huge for Hawaii to have any shot of making this one interesting. Aggies ahead by 25 with 2:10 left, but Danny, there haven't been a lot of wins around here coming off back-to-back 2-10 seasons, so even though it's 25, it just feels a little closer, doesn't it?
It does, and I think everyone that I'm texting back and forth is like, okay, I'm just holding my breath, because so many things have gone wrong in the past. It's like, oh, I don't know, but yes, I think it's a different demeanor. This team is there, and Coach Darlene is calling a great defensive game, but yes, 2 minutes, and it feels closer than it is.
3rd down and goal from the 1. Red zone efficiency pretty good on both sides. Shager pulls it. Shager short.
Another great tackle.
Devlin Kirkland and J.J. Derville. Wouldn't this be some kind of a way to finish?
It would.
Momentum-wise for the Aggies defensively.
Let's see it right here. Pulls the ball. He keeps it, gets around the outside, and just a great tackle again. You get down there, you pull both legs together, and nothing happened, and you get no further yards.
Once again, these are the twos. This is the Aggies' backup defense for the most part. And a timeout is called again by Hawaii.
Hawaii has called their second charge timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
You look for late positives in a game like this where you're up a bunch, where if you finish strong in aspects of the football game, you can feel really good going into the next week. We mentioned this earlier. Florida International was absolutely pounded by Western Kentucky earlier today. So, you still have to play the football game, and we're not calling wins around here, Danny, but you like your chances next week, and you like your chances the entire homestand.
Yeah, I think so. After FIU, you have UNM coming to town, which is always a great, fun game to call. I think they lost 38-0 to LSU. LSU is a building program, so, that's not shabby. So these are games that we can be competitive in, and so starts with this one here. You got to get that first one under your belt, and then you build it from there.
Another 4th and goal from the 1. Low snap. Parson dances into the end zone. That was a dangerously low snap. Parson, his 2nd rushing touchdown, giving him 6 this year. Back-to-back weeks now with a pair of rushing scores and 14 career rushing touchdowns for the Philadelphia native.
The difference between that play and the other ones that were, the other 3 that were shut down short, is that the offensive line really got to push. So let's see the offensive line. See how they got the push. And with that little push, we're only talking yards here. So you get the defense back on their heels just for a yard or 2. It creates enough room where you can sneak in behind them.
Hawaii will attempt a 2-point conversion.
Hawaii will go for 2. Trying to make this a 17-point game. And, of course, would still be a 3-score game, though. Shager under heavy pressure, and he is swung down by a host of Aggies. One of the first men to meet him, Tyrese Thomas, the sophomore from Cedar Hill, Texas. And, of course, Chris Ojo was hanging around as well.
Wow. Effort. Lots of Aggies to the ball. 4 or 5 of them there. Adam, every time I talk to a coach, the first thing they talk about is effort. He says, any coach I speak to says, Coach Kill talks about effort, and that's the biggest thing we start with. There's got to be effort every single day on every single play. That's effort right there. That's where it shows right there.
New Mexico State, number 3, be wearing 90 during this play.
Chris Ojo back on the hands team here. Recovered an onside kick earlier. So Jamani Jones, that's Jamani Jones right there wearing number 90. So now he's on the hands team as well. Trying to find your best guys here to recover this onside kick. The Aggies ahead by 19, trying to recover this and then run out the final 88 ticks. They're just going to kick off, so no onside kick. And the Aggies will have it at the 25 and just run out time. Good night for the Aggies, Danny. This was, I guess you could say, somewhat of a rocky start the first couple minutes as Hawaii marched down, taking an early 7-0 lead. And there was a lot of resiliency shown right away. And the Aggies built a huge halftime advantage.
Yeah, you know, after that first drive, it could have been easy to say, oh, dang it, poor us. But they didn't. And they made the adjustments and come back. So now we're going to have a change in quarterback just to keep with the theme of everyone on the field. So he's playing a lot of players. Just great effort all the way around.
And Omari Samuels comes in at running back. He will get his first carry of the year, and that's a good run for Omari Samuels, who a year ago was the starting running back on opening day. 11-yard carry for Samuels, the Los Lunas native. Hey, this is a time right now for Omari to fight for more PT.
Yeah, because there's a corral full of running backs that are doing quite well, and he's a very talented guy as well.
The Aggies will let the clock run down inside of a minute. Diego Pavia will take a knee. You love that victory formation. It will be the first win in the Jerry Kill era. The first win since the season finale a year ago against UMass. Danny, they call him the fix-it guy around college football. Might take a little bit of time to really get the program to where he wants to get it to, but there's no question they're on the right track right now.
You know, you get to interact with him more than I do, but it seems like, Adam, that he has a focus. He has something in mind. And he just drives to that goal no matter what it is.
45-26 is the final score. The first win in the Jerry Kill era. Aggies improved to 1-4. They start off the homestand on a high note. And Hawaii falls to 1-4 on the year. That first half set the tone. That second quarter was impressive, scoring 21 points. The Aggies only scored 10 points in half two, and it was even in half two. 10-10 is how half two finished, but it was such a big lead at halftime. The Aggies got the ball to start the third quarter, and you can kind of sense the direction this game was going in at halftime, Danny.
Yeah, and I think from that, as they get into the third quarter, I think the process was let's get as many people in the game as possible, which we saw, and that just builds a stronger roster all the way around. So it was just a good win for all three phases of the game. The offense, the defense, and the kicking game, very strong. So a lot of positives to take into next week.
There will be post-game fireworks, which is something new. We'll start shooting those off in about 5 minutes or so. Jerry Kill's got a lot of places to go to before he gets to Andy Morgan for the post-game interview. 45-26, the final score. Florida International will be the opponent next week. J.J. Jones was injured early in the game, did not return, so that's bad news. Hopefully he's okay going forward. All right, Andy Morgan is standing by with our post-game interview with head coach Jerry Kill.
Coach, first of all, congratulations on the win. You're first as the head coach here at New Mexico State University. Everyone's excited here. You got to be excited about that, but especially the way that you guys won this football game in dominating fashion.
Well, the biggest thing is, I said earlier the week, I want to do it, go back and do it the way I want to do it. And that's run the football and play action pass and play good defense and be good in the kicking game. And except for one pass, Gavin really played well. And then defensively, we got to play a little better in the second half. But, hey, a win's a win, and it's hard to win. So we're going to take it and enjoy it.
Offensively, you mentioned running the football, over 350 yards running the football. Is that kind of how you guys want to play, especially with a true freshman at quarterback? You guys just controlled the line of scrimmage from the kick.
That's the way Coach Kill always likes to play. Anybody tell you that's how you turn programs around and, shorten the game, help the defense out, and keep it close in the fourth and win. But our offense did a great job in the first half. We hadn't done that all years, but we put a lot of work into it.
Last one for you, Coach. How do you use this maybe as a springboard moving forward? Your next 3 at home, that starts next week against FIU.
Well, I think our kids are going to be excited to play, and the reason we play well at home or played pretty good is that the people. We've had a great crowd, here, and I enjoyed going around all the tailgate stuff, and this Las Cruces is win. Their team, their win. I'm an old man, shit. I just enjoy life every day.
Coach, congratulations on the win.
Appreciate it.
Adam?
Thank you, Andy. How can you not love Cherry Kill? His first win here, the Fix-It guy gets the first one. FIU next week. Our new Senda Credit Union postgame show